Hey guys, welcome back to the Saints TV YouTube channel. Welcome to another Trade Talk video. It's been a couple of days since I did my last one. Last time we spoke, we talked about Benny Long getting traded to Gold Coast for pick 32 and Zane Cordy joining the club as an unrestricted free agent basically for nothing. So, fair to say nothing actually has happened since then. I've been a bit busy. Wedding, family time, driving around Sydney. Where are we now? We're in...
I don't remember.
We were in Cronulla, but now we're wandering around, going to Bondi, I think, so that should be some fun. But yeah, I've been trying to keep an eye on all the news online and trade radio, and it seems like we're just doing stuff all. Like, this isn't really a video to talk about any breaking news or any rumours, because there's none. I've literally chatted to a couple of sources, checked in on a few people, read the news, and as far as updates go, the only one that I can see at the moment is from Sam Edmund, and he said, and this is in relation to Hunter Clark, which is kind of the only real interesting point in the next couple of days is kind of what happens there. But as it stands, he says things can always change, but as it stands, there will be no trade of Hunter Clark by St Kilda to North Melbourne. The Kangaroos have been very interested, but it appears the Saints have now decided to retain Clark, who has another year on his contract at Moorabbin. So that's what he thinks at the moment. But from what I've heard from a couple of people, obviously there is still 2.5 days left of the trade window for Clark to get to North, and if North come to the party and offer a fairly good pick, obviously it'd have to be in probably the first round or so. That'd get us looking likely to get involved for some sort of trade, but at this point in time it seems like we're pretty happy to just keep Clark. Brad Hill obviously as well, that's definitely not going to happen. I don't think that's something that it would have been done by now if it was really going to happen. I think he's on holiday, he doesn't look like he's leaving. Benny Long's already gone, and then the other one is the players like Jack Bytel, who's had very limited interest I think from Essendon, but nothing serious. He has to wait until basically Wednesday night to know what the plan is. But at this point, I think he's probably staying, give him another 1-year contract. And then you've got someone like Jared Lynott, who I think is in a similar boat to Bytel. I think he's got a 1-year deal potentially on the table. I haven't seen it announced. So I think maybe he's one that if there was a club interested, that would have been looked at. But from all reports, it's just like St Kilda's just not a team that clubs are really looking into, player-wise. There's not really that many players in demand based on our finish to the year. Obviously, Ben Long had a couple of good games, and that was enough to get him to the Gold Coast for pick 32, but that's about it, really. Our players aren't in demand, and I guess the other downside, on the flip side, is that there are players that we wanted to get to the club, but we're just not that destination club like we were 2 years ago. And they're all going to other clubs. We were looking at Sam Wiedemann. I think he's going to go to Essendon. We were looking at Jordan Ngoe. He signed at Collingwood. There was a bunch of other players as well that we were looking at. And obviously, pick 7 and Jack Bowes was another one. That didn't come away, and Geelong got that done. So it's just one of those years where it looks like we're going to have to really back in the players that we've already got. It would have been nice, to see maybe even just more trades of draft picks. We've got pick 9, but really outside of that, we don't have that much. Trying to get into the teens would be good, and obviously Hunter Clark would probably get that done if we were able to trade him. We've got pick 32. That's okay, but you probably don't get much there. You're not going to get a superstar unless you get really lucky for next year. So getting pick 9 and then working our way into like pick 14 or 15 would be really good. 2 picks in the first 20 would be amazing. But at this point in time, it's not looking really likely. But yeah, as I said, there's 2.5 days to go. But yeah, we just seem just inactive, or we're just not a club that other players are keen to play for at the moment, which is a bit sad. If we had made finals, I dare say we would have had a lot more activity by this point. But yeah, at this point, it's just Ben Long out, Zane Cordy in. And if you look at that overall, you probably think we're net kind of worse off. But we've got, there is 2 days left, so I'm kind of holding out hope. But at this point in time, it's yeah, it's not looking good based on what I've heard, but yeah, thought I'd do a little video, little vlog type video, just driving around Sydney, enjoying the sights, keeping my distance from footy stuff at the moment, which is nice. I'm not too into it. Obviously it is trade period, so I'm keeping an eye on it when I can, but considering how inactive we've been, it's kind of, I don't know, nice to not log on and see all this breaking news. It's making it easy for me to keep a bit of a distance from footy, because we've been so quiet during this trade period. But yeah, 2 days to go. We'll see how we go. But at this point, nothing's happening. But anyway, I'll leave it there, Saners. Let me know your thoughts. I know everyone's frustrated from, you know, some of the posts that I've read online on Big Footy, on Saints TV's comments, on the St Kilda page. You can just tell that a lot of people are expecting a bit more activity, but Gallagher did say that we were more keen on keeping our picks and kind of going to the draft. But right now it's really only pick 9. I would really like us to be a bit more ballsy, try and get into the teens, and get 2 picks in the top 20, and I'll be fairly happy with that window. And then get your Cam Mackenzie's or Philippou or someone like that in the top 10, or even top 15 would be great. And then that's a fairly good draft, and then we can go and hopefully grow from just within the list that we've already got. Because I think we've got a fairly okay list. There's obviously lack of A-grade talent there, but it just seems like that's the approach we're going. You know, we've got the players that we need based on what they reckon, and they're going to try and hope that they can get the best out of them next year. So we'll see how that goes. It's a risky approach, but yeah, guess we'll see what we'll hope that the club's doing what they think is right. So yeah, I'll leave it there, Saners. Thank you very much for watching. I'll be back in Melbourne Wednesday arvo, so hopefully the videos will pick up then. If any big news drops in the next couple of days, I'll try my best to get behind a camera and do a video, so hopefully appreciate that. Please comment your thoughts on the whole trade period, on the draft, how you're feeling about the club at the moment, and most importantly, subscribe and help us get to 5,000 subscribers in the next couple of months. That'd be amazing. So until then, Saners, take care of yourselves, enjoy the rest of your week, and go you mighty Saners. See you guys.